Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Flagler Weather Update. Today is the 2nd of July, 2025. So we're looking at a satellite image here showing state of Florida, and all these different colors will represent lightning flash activity, telling us where the thunderstorms are. But one thing I want you all to notice is how clear it is up here in Georgia. So there's a front that's like right along here, and as that front gets down into Florida, it's going to go ahead and stall out. And then somewhere in the area, a weak low pressure system is going to try to form. And that brings us to this. And the National Hurricane Center is watching this area. And we've talked about this before. They're looking at a 40% chance of tropical development somewhere in this orange shaded area. And that's what this means. So a tropical depression or a subtropical depression may try to form. What's a subtropical depression? It's basically a tropical system that kind of is a hybrid, kind of a mix of a regular low pressure system and a tropical system. So that's what that means. So going further on into the future, though, when we get into the rest of July, right now we're looking at no other tropical systems developing according to the Climate Prediction Center. So that's definitely some good news with that. So now let's talk about our weather now next several days. And so if you take a look, this brings us into a Saturday, and you can see this front. Actually, let's back up just a tiny bit here, and let's go look at the way things are right now. This is Thursday, and we see the front coming into the area here, and you can see the low pressure system that is trying to develop here. You can see the potential for heavy rainfall, flash flooding here on the Gulf Coast. And as we get into Friday, 4th of July, you can see that front starts to fade away or try to, and weak low pressure system trying to form on it. The thing is, we just don't know exactly where that low pressure is going to form. And going further into the future, as we get into the rest of the weekend and into next week, see that low pressure system kind of lingers there a little bit for a couple days before eventually fading and or moving away, and high pressure then regaining control over the state of Florida. Now, taking a look at the outlook from the National Weather Service, again, there's a moderate rip current risk at the beaches, showers and thunderstorms each afternoon and evening, potential for localized flash flooding through the weekend if you get any heavy amounts of rain that comes down in a short amount of time. And to be honest, that can happen anytime in the Florida rainy season. So, talking about rainfall here, we're looking at generally 2 to 3 inches, maybe a little bit more here for the next 5 days in Flagler County. We will take a closer look at this in just a moment. And again, just a quick review that this is what the tropics are being watched here. This is what the National Hurricane Center and the Weather Service is watching. And rainfall is going to be a main concern with this. Again, though, we get a lot of rain here regularly, and we're not really seeing any amounts. We're not looking at rainfall amounts like that we had with Ian or Milton or any of those storms of anything by any stretch. So, I was taking a look now at those rainfall potentials, and there is a potential very low for flash flooding, marginal potential next few days here. But that is really not that big of a deal for us. And again, looking at the rainfall, heavy rainfall potential, so we can take a closer look at that and see where that's going to be. So, taking a look at rainfall, this is the expected rainfall amounts. 7 days, we're looking at, again, this is stretched out over 7 days, everybody. We're looking at anywhere from 2 to 3 inches in the north part of the county to maybe up to 6 inches in the south part. And localized amounts could be heavier. Again, this amount of rain over 6 to 7 days is not that big of a deal, as long as it all doesn't come down at once. Now, if you get 4 to 6 inches of rain in an hour or so, that will cause some flooding. And there's some potential that we could see that type of rainfall. That may be an issue for some places, but that would be very localized. So looking at rainfall chances, we're looking at a pretty good chance now for tonight, maybe about a 30% chance inland, about a 55% chance at the beaches. And then tomorrow, high chances of rain near 90% countywide. Tomorrow night, those chances go back down to about 50% coastal, maybe 35% inland. And then as we go 4th of July, good chances of showers and storms all day long. The best chances in the afternoon and evening, but you could get showers in the morning. You could get showers late at night, maybe some thunder. So just keep that in mind. It won't rain the entire day. We're not expecting that right now. Of course, there's some uncertainty depending on how that system plays out. But those high rain chances stay with us right into Sunday. Still looking at about a 90% chance of rain countywide. And as we go into Monday, maybe those rain chances start to come down a little bit. When we get to Tuesday, we're starting to see now maybe a 60% chance of showers and storms instead of this 80 to 90% chance. Take a look at temperatures real quick. Let's talk about that. And we're looking at lows tonight. And pretty much through the week, we can expect mid 70s beaches, lower 70s inland. So through the week into next week, we can expect that. High temperatures tomorrow in the 80s. Again, mid 80s beaches. And then 4th of July, how we're looking with that. Let's take a look at that right now. So not too terribly bad, but the cloud cover and maybe the passing rain showers might keep the temperatures down a little bit. Mid to upper 80s inland, lower 80s, mid 80s beaches and coastal areas. So again, though, that rain, could come and go off and on, and we just don't know how frequent that rain is going to be. But as we go into next week, getting by day 7, we're back up into the 90s by Tuesday. So things start to warm up Monday and Tuesday, and it tells us maybe more sunshine will be out. Now, taking a look at how things are going to look in the future. Further on, as we go into the 6 to 10 day outlook, equal chances of above or below normal precipitation as you go into July 12, and above normal temperatures can be expected. Now, as we go further on into July 16, from July 10th to July 16th, again, equal chances of above or below normal precipitation and above normal temperatures can be expected. And as we go into the entire month of July, just a slight chance of above normal precipitation, probably equal chances, you could argue, and then a 43% chance of above normal temperatures is what's looking at right there. So taking a look at the beaches now, we're looking at moderate rip current risk out there. Surf running 2 to 3 feet. Surf temperature 77 to 82 degrees out there at the beaches. And remember, folks, just if you get caught in a rip current, what you want to do, swim parallel to the beach to escape the rip current, then back to shore, and that will get you safe. Again, the oceans are not really to be trifled with, so if you're not familiar with swimming in the ocean or not familiar with how all that works, it's best advised not to do it. So anyways, that's going to wrap things up for today. I appreciate everyone taking time to watch our little weather video. We'll probably do one more towards the end of the week, and we'll, of course, keep everyone updated in the tropics. Everybody have a great evening.